Hi, thanks for watching the channel. I really appreciate it. I seriously really do. I make 4 videos a day, and we're starting to get, sort of a backlog of videos with doing that, And as I see people start to go back and watch them and leave comments and everything, I just want to encourage everybody that all time, always, comments will be open. And I encourage people to discuss and engage with the channel. Now, given that I'm going to talk about something that I think might be sensitive to people, I want to reiterate that, like, what we got going on here is like a family friendly affair, you feel me? And while we talk about serious subjects, I seriously never ever mean to offend anybody. I never mean to upset them. I, ever, right? Again, going back to that whole just trying to find a common ground to be diplomatic, you feel me? And sometimes that's not possible because people don't want that, and I can't make, anybody like want to do anything in terms of, the larger picture of things with how we discuss some sensitive topics in this stuff. But I will say that I do appreciate all of you, and if you've ever taken any time out of your life to be a part of mine, which is essentially what it is when you watch this video, then, like, seriously, like, I owe you, you feel me? Like, I owe you without even knowing you or without even you giving me something. I owe you common courtesy. I owe you respect. I owe you a number of different things that you'll always get. You know what I mean? Because I really do try to not just say to treat people well, but I try to treat people as well as I can whenever I can. And so I'm not just saying these things, right? But let's talk about faith, okay? And it's, pretty clear to me that just as I, presumed that there are a lot of people that have very ingrained beliefs as it pertains to their, spiritual religion and or lack thereof, those ideas, right? And so again, if you guys don't want to be like my friend because like I have a different opinion than you, then I'm sorry, I still want to be your friend. You feel me? Like, I mean, just because I'm a different, person who I'm a person who thinks a little bit different doesn't mean that like I'm still not a person and that I still don't, want the best for you. I mean, because like the opposite is weird and it's not the way to feel about people. You feel me? Regardless. And so my faith is probably just like every like one else's, but and I'm not even gonna say it like that. I'll say that, okay, let's talk about it like in my way. Okay. I have faith because the alternative is super bleak and dismal, and I say that with a smile and smirk because that's truly what it is. I mean, there are many examples of faith that don't pertain to, omniscient kind of a thing, right? I mean, we all hope that when we drive down the road or when we take walks or, when we're in the store, there are so many variables in life that, like the very money we use requires that we have faith in it. And so, lots of things in life require faith. Otherwise, everything would be on fire, like, and it's not, again, it's not like we're not even using that in a religious sense. I'm just saying that if nobody believed, if nobody had faith in the United States dollar, then like many people all around the world would seriously be in major trouble, right? Like major trouble. And this has nothing to do with the big guy, or your thoughts or, opinions on that. So just as it doesn't change when you take the safe assumption or when you make the assumption that, again, when you drive down the road, everyone is going to be paying attention as much as you are, And serious talk, like, I really feel like lots of things in life require faith. And yeah, my faith is is religious in nature. Yes, I want to believe that people are good. I do. I want to believe that you know people can be saved in a way that's like, I say it like that because we all make mistakes. You feel me? And it shouldn't doesn't we don't doesn't require God or Jesus or anybody to, make that better in your life. It's you that has to make it better. But there's nothing wrong with like having some company along the way, or like, I mean, for goodness sakes, I make videos about mukbang. I mean, there's, to put it into context, it's just, I think that, again, faith is, in my opinion, something good. And I am just a person who obviously has a bias and that I want to talk about the good things. I want to talk about the good things that religion does, and I because I always talk about what's wrong with stuff. I mean, that's what I do, like we're like critiquing everything here. I mean, last night I made a video on Sierra Mist. This is all true stuff. If you haven't already, take a couple of seconds, subscribe to the channel, watch the other videos, but the thing is in all seriousness, like I just, don't ever people out there, like my faith is, is mine. You feel me? Your faith is yours. You don't have it, that's great. Continue to express your opinions. If we can't be friends because we see differently, then I'd at least ask that, like, we maintain some sort of peaceful coexistence, right? Agree to disagree. I guess not everything is gonna come to a common agreement, but we can get as close to it as we can. And at least on my side, there's absolutely zero animosity with people who want to engage in rhetoric that is counter to what I'm saying. Absolutely. Like, I want people to put it out there because we can all sort of, gather what we need to and what we want to from what's available. And if many people are making comments to the contrary and some other people are in support, then I think that's healthy grounds for a healthy discussion, even if we're all not trying to have one, because again, that's inevitably what happens. At least if you really truly want to have progress, I mean, that's assuming that, we want progress, right? Like, and that's a lot of assumptions to be made, I guess, because it was a little bleak. But, the other night, even I had mentioned that I feel like some people want things the way that they are. The status quo is a real thing, and there are many, many, many people who are interested in actively keeping the world the way that it is. And, can you blame them? I mean, can you, I mean, can you imagine such a task? I mean, we should be so grateful. Like I say, right? Joe Biden should be so grateful that our president Biden is probably not going to get reelected in November. To, whatever kind of opinion we may or may not have, but I say that because, like, take a break, we appreciate your service. I made an entire video about this, so I'm not going to go there, but like, seriously, enjoy life. It's just too short to be talking about um all of the awful things that all of our ancestors did. I mean, I'd argue that we should probably stop doing these things so that, like, we're not included in these conversations later on down the road about how terrible we treated each other, regardless of whether or not it's because we believe in religion or we don't believe in religion, or, Elon Musk is going to save us all. I mean, there's so many things that we cannot or we should not compartmentalize. And I think that one of them is, again, like, our human condition, and as we and how we feel on the inside. Like, seriously, like, that is probably the only private thing that human beings still have, is like their feelings and how they feel inside. So I'd argue they're pretty important. And they're so important, again, that it begins to be the only thing that's left worth fighting for, like, in terms of a world where, yeah, I'm convinced that AI is gonna, like, I mean, holy potatoes, like, are the signs not around all of us all the time, and not in a weird way at all? It's sort of like we're going with the flow. All of us are walking down this path together, and there's really not any knowing about where it's going to take us, seriously, which is why it's just so important to have the public conversations, right? It's all we got, people. It's all we got, and so it's important. And again, I encourage debate on the channel here. I encourage um, all of it. I am so interested in all of everyone else's opinions. My opinion is so narrow. It's so based on my own human experience that could you blame a guy for feeling a certain kind of a way, but could you also blame me for all like wanting to learn new things and other things? Like I just, you know, because I do, right? And I think other people do as well. So let's not take that away from us, you know? So again, thank you so much for watching the videos. My faith is again, yes, guys, I believe in God, yes, and you know, um, that's it. You know, it doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make anyone else a bad person for believing in God or not believing in God. Seriously, it's cool. You know, like I don't know. I still think we can all be friends, but I mean, again, maybe not. You know, maybe people don't want that, but I just don't see why people wouldn't because it's just so much better. Peace is so much better, guys. There's just why can't we all agree on that? You know, like it's cool to debate, you feel me? But like, holy potatoes, you know, like to hate other people or to, you know, want like them to suffer in any kind of a way is just, well, like, isn't that like psychotic? Like, isn't that not normal? Because the standard should be regardless of whether or not we believe in God, is to treat people the way we want to be treated, right? And we should want to be treated like a sentient being with respect and rights. And so if we want to be treated like this, like what makes it so different that other people want to be treated the same way? You know, that's the standard. It's a good standard. And people make mistakes and you know, we're accountable for our actions. We're transparent. We apologize. We acknowledge, and we move on. That's all that we can do, like literally. But you know, acknowledgement is a big step in understanding that you know there probably are solutions to the problems that we think are unsolvable. It's just up to us whether or not we want to agree to disagree. You feel me? So thanks for leaving the comments, everybody, on that older video that seems to be doing well. That seems to be doing well. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and yeah, bye.